making a recording now. Now let's proceed this one and backup restore as option. Okay. The first and foremost thing what we discussed is the export option. Okay. In a logical server end, export option from database end will get an option, and the import option will get in a logical server end. Okay. Right. So see here the settings related stuff which we are into the connectivity post deployment also you can able to change. So just before I deployed, okay, just the general purpose related stuff. Okay, you may realize that this is not that much of efficient to use that general purpose. Will go for basic as well. So you will get that an option to make changing of after deployment also. Just make this apply, the scale set is going to happening here. Okay, so post that you can able to see that instead of the general purpose sizing tier pricing tier, you will see that standard tier of DTU model. Okay, that is the one thing you are going to see. So the other part with the connection part, okay, let's say your application is a .NET or JDB application, ODB application, PHP, Go, whatever you have, you no need to do anything here. Just give them this connection string, so that application thing going to take this up connection string, and they will use for their application connectivity part. When we are going to give this one, okay, only thing you would have to remember, okay, that encryption status certificate and authentication methodology. Okay, let's say you are going to use for the SQL authentication methodology. This is Windows authentication methodology. If you go for the SQL authentication, keep in mind when you are going to give this connection string, you have to give an update of the password of your connection string and hand over to the application team so that they will connect your database. Okay, so that is a one thing you make sure. And the maintenance part is very, very important. As I said, last classes also, okay, make sure that your maintenance window should be appropriate. Okay, it is in deployment progress. That's what it is not showing. Once after that is done, it is going to give. So what does it mean, the maintenance window? Normally, Microsoft is going to do some, maintenance task or maintenance activity. So that may be upgradation, that may be service backup appliance, that may be enhancement, whatever. Okay, in that maintenance window, you are going to choose that particular period of time. You are going to give pre-approval to the Microsoft to do the maintenance activity during that period. Okay, it is now scale set is done. Let's go and see that overview part whether that is pricing tier got changed or not. Now see this one. It is before that general purpose, and now it is in a standard tier of 10 DTUs basic units it has taken. Now I'm talking about the maintenance window. As I said, this maintenance should be basically you will get some day, whether you off business hours you are going to suggest, or else weekend you are going to suggest. That is up to you, boss. Okay, select preferred maintenance window from the drop down. Please note during the management event database fully available accessible, but some of this maintenance updates is required failover Azure task database offline and all. So it is a short time applicable, so that you don't need to worry about. But Microsoft is going to give the alerts to us. Okay, I mean to say that pre-approval it is going to take from our end. Okay, let me refresh so that you will get an idea of how we are going to opt that option as well.
So I thought like maintenance would be done backside itself. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is backside only, but you are not doing. You are approving your window. Okay, boss, my server is with me. This is my approve time. During that period only you have to do. Okay,
okay,
back and who is
they'll
going
do
to do?
restart or they'll do.
We don't know. They will do
Okay.
restart, or they are going to delete, or they are going to add, they are going to collapse your database. You don't need to bother about the responsibility. Okay. Whatever they want to do, your expectation would be they are giving the assurance of 99.99 SLA, 4 nines. So within
RTO and
that
RPO.
yeah, within that approved window, my data, my server, my service should be available. If not, you can able to counter Microsoft to charge, reverse charge. That is also it will happen, boss. They will going to revert back to you. Okay. So
Seems for standard it is not supporting, bro. That it won't standard that red mark I could
let's
see.
see, let's see. I'm just seeing. Okay, so we'll see that, no issue. Shh.
How much you are paying monthly for creating these things? And
Yeah, buddy, it's mostly will minimum 5,000, maximum 6 to 8,000 it will come.
okay, okay. So if you create and delete also, it will cost.
So it is minute billing, right? Microsoft.
Oh, okay.
So just I'm created now. It is charging now.
Mhm.
Okay.
So vCORE it's per seconds. So this one the DTU is per hour, right? Calculated charges.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. No, it's not like that. Okay.
Okay.
So the provision it is going to charge hourly. Okay, serverless in seconds. But by default, Microsoft is going to do minute charging.
Okay, which is high cost, serverless or provision? Serverless.
Provision only, the provision only, right?
Oh,
How highest cost.
okay. What is the difference by provision and serverless?
Provision is we are going to stick. Okay, so this much of configuration, this should be available. Okay, whether you are going to use or not, that is going to charge. Okay, serverless, you are going to deploy the same configuration, but okay, you are going to give some auto pass option. Okay, where that auto pass option, let's say next 1 hour, if anyone is not going to connect my server, the server is going to pass. Okay, it means it may be shut down or inactive. It is not going to shut down, it is inactive. Inactive period, they are not going to charge except your storage. Except your storage, they are not going to charge any compute or the vCore related stuff. Did you get my point?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now, what we talked about just before, maintenance, right?
You are in DB, bro.
Yeah. Let's see now. Okay, so here is, why it is not showing us. Currently, I'm in server only, right? Should be in a server level only. Let's see that. Let me refresh.
No, in search bar you search SQL servers, bro. Then you can. I think we are going database, inside database. We are going server, right? I think there it will not showing.
Server only, right? This is also
Server only,
that.
but there the navigation is showing like that. That is what I think.
Still the same thing only. Your end, you can able to see that? Because Power BI auto adding performance.
Yeah, what, bro? We can able to see.
No, just before
Mm.
we just converted, right? Standard tier. Here now I can able to see here. Once I'm clicking this one, I can able to see. Okay, no problem.
Scaling.
The
Bro, the
scaling option.
scaling up and scaling down, online itself we would be able to do, no, without stopping the anything or like
Yeah, you can do online only. Okay, you cannot able to start anything.
okay.
Backend it is going to happen.
Any
Okay.
issue happen while you're doing in real time?
No, issue in the sense maybe it is going to take larger time to come online. Okay,
Mhm.
so sometimes the database went in stuck mode. Okay, not offline and suspend mode. It is going to stuck. It is not going to connect. That time we cannot able to do anything. You would have to go and contact with the Microsoft only. Okay, in the past model you are not going to do anything. You must and should uh, check with Microsoft support provider only. Why? Because that is the only thing we can do in our aspect. Okay, why? Because the backend access we don't have, right? So we don't have any backend access basically. It means the server level underlying access you don't have. Okay. Let's say I'm just changing now in a standard to general purpose, whether the maintenance window will available or not. See, these are the disadvantages, boss. If you can see the standard, it is not going to show any maintenance window, right? So we can see this connectivity, we can see the properties, but you do have, vCORE model will get, maintenance activity. But if you choose this one at any point of time, Microsoft wish to do this, maintenance task their end. Okay, they are not going to even intimating to you. Okay, without intimation also they can able to do. Okay, so but they are what they are giving assurance to you. Boss, your server is not going to down anytime. Okay, but as per our commitment, okay, you will just feel that some discrepancy. Okay, it is not going offline kind of thing. Okay, it will be available, just there is some glitch kind of thing. Okay, so that glitch also it may be in a business hour, that is very impact, right? So that's what you ensuring that whether it is the maintenance window or not. See this general purpose it is came. Okay, let me refresh here. It should be supposed to be shown in the maintenance window as well. So it means a vCORE model, we have a flexibility of that maintenance window pre-approval. Okay. See here now the maintenance window it is reflected just before it is not there. So vCORE model, whatever we have the option we can able to see. Okay, it's loading now. Okay, see. Okay, so default 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. or 10 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern time, Monday to Thursday, or else you will go for a Friday and a Saturday. So most of the cases I have given this third option only. Okay, so just keep in your mind. Now let's jump into this. a backup restore option. Okay, so we'll discuss that part. So just last before process, we just do the import export option we did, right? So now my point is here. Okay, my point is, let's say if you can come and see. Okay, so in the database level, we cannot able to do anything. Whatever you want to do in a server level, the backup restore option would be there. Okay, backup restore option would be there. Now you will see this, backup option, right? So you have the backup option. Okay. Before that, I just want to show one thing. Okay, in a database level. Okay, so in a database level, you want to copy this database to some other server or restore into some other server. These are the two major important in a database level. I want to copy this one. Where you want to copy this one? Let's say you have a production database, this one, and you want to test the database before going to changing of your task. This is regular task again. Just copy. Okay, so copy option. Okay, it is going to show grayed out here, and scroll down. Okay, where which server in this location, if you have the multiple servers, you can choose that server name here. Okay, you can choose that server name here. Let's say you have one more test server is there. You will provide the test server in a drop down list and give this database as a copy. Okay, and click on review and create it. Now this one kind of methodology. So you will do for export import option, you will do in a copy option, and also you can able to do restoration option. Fourth one in a backup restoration option also you will do. So there is a multiple various combination we can able to do. Okay, if you know this in all type of tasks, you are going to perform it. So that is very easy to based upon your environment. Let's see how much time it is going to take, and the same server, will that work or not? Okay, done now. So let's see now. Okay, so whether this database is available in that particular server or not. Okay, let's go to the server and try to see this database list of the database here. So the same database I copied first. Initially, if you are going to do any task related to changing of your existing current production environment of the say database, you are not going to do. Okay, let them to do the same copy of the database, which is copy you can do in whatever you want to perform it in the same database. And then after that, if everything is going to work on it, then let's go for the right database end. Okay, so that is it's a kind of a best practice related stuff. Okay, so instead of doing directly in the production environment. Okay, next I want to show this the same database, so taking off restoration option here. Okay, so let me explore it, this the restoration option over here. Just click on the restoration option. Okay, so now if you can see at which point in time that you want to go and restore it. So let me take it out into this database. If I go for one day before, okay, I don't have this creating of thing. Okay, so if I'm going to choose this 1st January, a database not created. Okay, so let me try to create. It will going to definitely it is going to fail first of all. Okay, it is going to fail. Just click on create. Why? Because the time what I am selecting, it is wrong, right? The point in time restore, it is not available. Let's see whether it is there or not, whether it is success or not. See here, the deployment resource group CP is failed. Additional details is the deployment AP might be helpful. At least one resource deployment operation is failed. Okay, so it means because of that particular time frame, it is not going to work. Again, let me go and see this once again. Okay, so go to the resources, RS the resource, and demo db copy. Okay, so let's restore now just before we created, right? So let me take me into the just 5 minutes before point in time restore we can able to do. So it is in a minute also we can able to take here. I mean to every minute 1 minute, less than 1 minute. So choose this restore point of earliest restore point to the current UTC time zone. Time I have taken here. Okay, so today 5th. So what is the time that I can able to take? Just before 3 minutes. Okay, now it is going to work. Why? Because you have the data that one. Okay, so complete storage option, it is not configured here. If you want to choose right away, you can choose that. I know. Let me take me into this standard one only. Okay, so that I'll get some cost saving. Okay, what I can able to take in other aspect, that's fine. Okay, so I'm just taking just before 3 minutes database data I have. Okay, so you do have point in time restore and the long term retention also. Okay, so this one also it is going to fail. Once up to the fail, I want to show something for you folks. Okay, let me keep me into this one, and I'm going to take the duplicate tab and I will show it to folks too. Creating of the backup policy first of all. So it is not defined, any database for the backup policy. Okay, to do these tasks, first of all, in a backup policy in the sense in our on-premises end, what we are going to do, boss, one thing you are going to do, let's say daily full backup, weekly full backup, daily differential, and every log backup you are going to take. Okay, this is what you are going to do, the backup policy in your on-premises environment, right? So but when you go for cloud environment, the same kind of policies which you are going to implement, before you would have to go and create your backup policy related stuff. Okay, I'm just going to take into that part. Okay, so before performing of the backup and the restoration option, make this is a duplicate tab and then see this how we can able to configure the backup policies of existing database first of all. Okay, let's navigate to this part first of all, and then see this, how the backup policies which we are going to configuring. Okay, the existing database, list of the database. None of the database I haven't created anything, but part of this, deployment process I just taken only for the just 3 minutes data. Okay, see boss, you no need to configure any database backup first and foremost. Once your database is got restored, by default, okay, Microsoft backend is going to take it and ready it for you to the backup of your database, right? So just go to the database server, server. Okay, I will go and see that server name first of all. Okay, so this is my um, cloud Azure SQL database server. Okay, if you can go and see this backup policies or the backup option. Okay, see, this is very, very important. Okay, guys, to just keep in your mind here. So, see, Microsoft, as and when you are going to create any database, by default, it is going to take it to this um, backup facilitate. Okay, but when you go for the infrastructure as a service, if you guys remember or not, uh, if you're going to take this approach, okay, let's say you just created one SQL server. Okay, so one SQL server, let's say your server got deployed, infrastructure as a service. Then after that you deployed the SQL. Okay, so that SQL, how we are going to take, bus, how we are going to take, by using of Azure Recovery Vault. Okay, recovery vault, by using of recovery vault, you are going to take the backup and do the backup and restoration. So this is separated service, this is also separate service, this is a pass one, this is an IaaS one, but you configured, desired desired project, backup policies and all, you can able to take the backup and restore it into within the server or across the servers, across the region also you can able to do. But point is here, when it is in a platform as a service, when it is in a platform as a service, as and when we are going to deploy your database, okay, by default Microsoft backend is going to take directly the backup here. Okay, let's say even I do have a restoration option. Just before what we performed the restoration option, the same thing you can able to do here as well. Okay, let's see that which is going to performing currently. Okay, which is going to performing currently. Let it deploy. Okay, but the option where we see that here also you can able to take the restoration option. But my point is here, I want to configure the retention policies, the backup policies. See here, this is my database. If I'm going to click this database, I'll get, policies need to configure it. Hey boss, when I need to configure this one. Okay, so here is the point in time restore. Okay, so the differential backup option, the long-term retention, and the monthly retention, yearly retention. So it's all depend upon your application, as also your how critical your application, okay, how critical your data, then only you're going to schedule it here. So let me talk me into this, point in time restore. Boss, on premises, if you want to restore in a point in time restore, what we are going to do, first of all, we'll go and restore full backup. Okay, then after that we'll go on a differential backup. So post the differential backup. Let's say if you have, every 30 minutes of your log backup will be there, the specified point, if you want to restore, you just need to restore one by one of the log backups. So at the point of what you are going to stick. Okay, so with the subsequent log backup you are going to restore and make it ready for you. Okay, but that is all depend upon, let's say if you are configure your RPO stating that 30 minutes. Okay, you are going to lose your data, that 30 minutes of data in on-premises. But whereas in a cloud, you don't have that option. You are not going to lose any data less than 1 minute. Okay, so let me show that one. See if you can see this point in time restore. Specify how long you want to keep your data in a point in time restore. How many days that would be point in time restore backup should be kept. So by default, it will be there 7 days. Okay, what does this mean, the 7 days? So I haven't configured any backup to this particular database. See here. Okay, by default 7 days it is there. Okay, that's what the restoration point, it is going to working on it here. Okay, the restoration point, it is going to working on it. Okay, so you will configure the backup policy, or you're not going to configure the backup policy. That is, your requirement. But Microsoft, what they will do, as and when we are going to deploy any database into the specific Azure SQL, and so that is going to take at least 7 days of the retention period. Within the 7 days of retention period, let's say you want to third day of the data, you want to 1 day of the data, you want to seventh day, sixth day, or 12 hours the data. But beyond that 8 days, beyond the 7 days, let's say 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, you will not get the data. Okay, so it is a less than 1 minute data you are going to lose. Okay, it is by default is going to configure. Let me take into this configuring of the backup policies. First of all, go to this policies option. Okay, where we can able to see you want to keep this in 1 day point in time restore, or will go for the 35 days. It means by default point in time restore backend Microsoft is going to opt is 7 days. Max to max you can able to avail that in 35 days of the point in time restore. It means just 1 minute. Yeah. So the default Microsoft backend point in time restore, okay, that is 7 days. Max to max you can able to avail till 35 days. Beyond 35 days, you will not get the data. So within the 35 days, you will get at any point of time you can able to restore. Let's say your data got crossed 23rd, 23rd. Okay, you can restore it uh, you can restore it 12 23rd data. Okay, so I'll show that during the point in time restore you can able to see. Okay, this is just for configuring of our policy. Okay, let me make me into this one. uh, 2 weeks under 45 days, sorry, 14 days. Okay, so how frequent you are going to perform your differential backup? So I could able to take every 24 hours or 12 hours. Okay, so you will take in every second. Okay, the point in time restore will be there, but the differential backup you will have daily, and every 12 hours differential backup will be there. And what about this long term retention? Okay, apart from your full differential log backup, you will get long term retention as well. Let's say you want to take your backup into the every 20 weeks, or every 60 weeks. Okay, every 60 weeks you can able to take, or else you will take every 10 months you are going to take the backup. Okay, you will just do the drop down list months, and every 1 year also you're going to take, it is going to accept 10 years max to max. If you go and cap this one, 13 years is not going to accept basically if you go for yearly related stuff. Okay, I don't know, not showing error. Okay, but max to max 10 years long-term retention we have. Okay, so and what is this, with weekly backup that would be keep it. Okay, so let's say in addition that 10th weekly backup, I want to keep it, rest of we can remove it once after the 11th week is going to happen. So it's automatically back and everything is going to taken care and it is going to performing. Okay, so that's what when you are configuring this one, just apply. Okay, so for the specific database you will get in all the weekly backup, monthly backup, yearly backup, and everything is going to reflecting here. So let me refresh once again. Okay, so that you will get to know that specific database now it is going to change. So default is 7 days. Now I just changed 12 hours as well. Now once the deployment is done, you could able to see that entire backup policy of the specific database. So each individual database you can able to configure the backup policy, so that you'll get to know this complete um, process of and priority base you can able to do. Okay, just go to this retention policies of specific database and let it deploy first of all. As of now, the deployment is in progress. Once you can able to deploy is completed, you could able to see this, the all the configuration what we did. Okay, this is configuring of the backup policies. Okay, let me refresh first of all so that you will see this entire process how it is configured. See, there's 14 days on point in time restore and 12 hours of differential, 60 weeks every 60 weeks weekly backup, and every 10 month and a monthly backup. Keep it over 10 days 10 years of the data within the portal. So you are not going to take and Microsoft is going to do, right? So you don't need to bother about that restoration part and all. Let's go and see that now. Okay, so how it is going to take and restore it first of all. So go to this database, go to this backups here. So, and you will see this restoration option. Okay. So since you configured this policies, okay, since this configured the backup policies, accordingly you can able to do the restoration part as well. So the best thing is, okay, let's say I want to delete one database here. Okay. So as and when I'm going to delete this database, what is going to happen? The by default is going to come into this under the deleted backups. Okay, based upon your retention policy, 7 days, till 7 days it is going to available. Post 7 days it is not going to available. So between the time you can able to roll back your database in unexpected day, accidentally you are going to delete your database, but you can able to retrieve and roll back your database here. Let me delete that one. Okay, so prior to that, let me restore. Okay, so just before what I need to perform the restoration option, let it apply first of all. It is still in progress. Once after done, we can able to see the restoration option as well. So let me delete the one database here. Okay, just go to this databases and I want to delete this database here. Okay, take this database, go to this demo DB copy and delete this one. Okay. First of all, are you with me? Are you following any, clumsy feel or, uh, I don't know if you are, silent. I'm just thinking. Okay.
No,
Now
bro.
now I just deleted, right? So I'm just deleted now. Okay. So let's see that how it is going to act on the server, right? Okay. So, mm,
You deleted two database or one only, right?
only one database I did. All right, buddy. See here, now I could able to see the only one database here. So as I said, deleted database here. Okay. So till what time it is going to available? The earliest point is here. You can able to restore it. Okay. From the deleted database also you can able to restore. See, at this moment it is not into this database and only single database with me. Let me make this restore the database into the same server. Just go and restore it. Okay. What point in time restore? Just before you restored, right? Just in 1 minute only. I'll take this one, 50. See the database name, this one. If you want to change, you can change this one. Okay, what is the database name? 1 minute. You'll mention that 1 minute DB just before you delete it, right? So I'll